Hey guys, welcome to Voice Bootcamp. My name is Faisal Khan, CEO and founder of voicebootcamp.com. In this particular lab, I'm going to show you how to create a full-blown script in UCCe to route calls to an agent or queue a call if the agent is not available. Alright, from the ICM server, you want to go to your administrative tools, select script editors. Now what I'm going to do is walk you through an existing script that I have worked on and tested so that you can see how the scripts are actually working. And like I said, in the duplex edition, we show you how to write the script from ground up with various customized options. But in this case, I'm going to walk you through the script itself. So to start a new script, you can click on File, New, and of course you can choose a routing script or administrative script. And when you do open that, what you're going to have is a start option. Then using the right click on the white area, go to new object, and we are going to set some variables. See where it says set variables. You want to create one or two of the few of them. You can make a copy of it. And what I have is 1, 2, 3, 4 variables set at the top. What each one of these variables really does, it sets the parameter to your media server as well as it sets the parameter to this app folder. Remember that app folder where the web prompts are? If you look at it right here, it's called inetpub www.root en-us/app. Now these are the two folders that we're really concerned about. So what we're going to do, first thing we need to do is define parameters toward my media server. In this case, a media server is the CVP. So using this set variable at the very beginning, I go to properties and I use the call object. As you can see, the call object right here, and I'm going to assign a variable to this UCCe variable called media_server. Now this is something that we created in the previous lab. And here we're going to put it in a quotation is the http:// IP address of your CVP server. Pretty straightforward, just a web server. Now that will cover up to, let's say, this where it says www.root, because that's where the main root file or root folder of your IIS. Alright, so once you have done this, make sure it is in quotation. It's very important because a quotation otherwise it's not going to accept it. So click OK. Now next we're going to do another variable, set variables, and in this in these variables what we're going to do is define the locale. You see, microapp.locale, locale. Now this is another variable that we have created in our previous labs. Here we're going to define the in quotation en-us. This should cover that particular folder called en-us right here in the middle. Okay, so next step is to create a media library. The library is the location where all your audio files are located, basically the media library. So system_media_library, which is another variable that you have created based on your previous lab under the expanded call context variable. Here we're going to provide the folder name app. If the folder name was something different, like let's call it day, then you can put a day if you want. This will cover this particular path that we have at the end. See where it says app? There we go. Now once you define this, so first set the media server, then you set the locale, the language, then the folder, subfolder within the language where the prompt files are located. Then you need to define the input type. The input type could be your DTMF, or it could be D for DTMF or TTS, for example. We're not going to work on TTS right now, so we're going to stick to D for DTMF for this moment. After collecting the input type, the next step is to go to send to VRU. You right click, go to new object, and there's something called send to VRU right here, and that will bring up these options. Now in the send to VRU, basically what it does, when the call hits at this stage, it's going to send the VRU label, the 4999 label, back to call manager or CVP. CVP will then send the calls to the VXML gateway. Alright, so we're going to join the start to the set variables. This set variables will join to this one. Basically, you're saying that go one after this state, go to the next one, so and so. Now you can always connect, as you can see. Now after the set send to VRU, what we're going to do is we're going to tell the CVP that please run a script. And the run a script is going to run the welcome script. This is something that we have created in our previous lab. The network VRU script is going to play the music called welcome.web. After playing the music, we're going to run another script. And this script is going to ask the user to enter zip code. Get digit. GD stands for get digit. Zip code prompt.web. Now once we collect that, we're going to connect that to something called selecting an agent. So you can by the way, the run external script, these objects can be obtained from right here. Run external script, as you can see, and the select is right here. So the select allows you to define the next select an available agent. So I have a choice to do longest available agent, minimum average speed answers, and many other options that we have. This will be more details of this will be covered in the duplex edition. Alright, after the select, the next step is to connect the call to an agent if the agent is available. So we're going to choose a skills group. So we're going to right click, new object, go to select skills group. And when we select the skills group, we can right click, go to properties, and from the drop down menu we can select our sales group, for example. So we're going to select route the call to sales group. Now this was created earlier in this lab. Now if an agent is not available, we want the select to go to queue the call. So that can be obtained from new object. You can go to queue right there, and you can connect the call queue to skills group, and again you can select the skills group to sales. From the drop down, you consider if it's a one-to-one condition and route the call to the sales as well. Now when the call comes into queue, in the queue call, if it's successfully queued, then the next step we want to do is play another message saying agent is busy. So we're going to play another music file. So for that, we're going to run external script with the music file. Call agent busy. So pm play music, comma agent busy prompt.web. If it is successful, we're going to then play the whole music. This is where the music on hold will be played. So another file called whole music, play music ccmusic.web. Now if that is successful, we're going to wait 10 seconds. So again, these are all elements that you can find under object. Wait. We want to wait 10 seconds and then run the agent busy again. At any given time, if any of the run external script face an error, then we want to connect the dot to the end so that call can be terminated. Now this is basically the call flow we're going to follow. You can use this particular tool validation script to check the script is valid, and then of course you save this script into your local profile. When the script is saved, the background becomes gray. Next thing you're going to do, go to script, go to call type manager, and in the call type manager for this dial number 2700, we're going to add this particular script, the lab script, for example. So you're going to add select voice CT call type, click on add, and that will add a new call type. Once the call type is added, you go to schedules and you're going to select the call type voice CT and you schedule the lab for 24 hours. So basically specifying what time of the what scripts to associate. So all the script in your call center will be listed here, and then you're going to say what period of the day the script should be running. So once this is done, it should be 24 hours, all days, all starting today. Click OK. You can validate, and once the validation is done, you can do a quick test. So let me open my phone. And I'm going to do a right click, go to monitor script. This gives me an option to see the call flow of the script and to see if I am going to face any problem or not. Okay, now I'm going to also log in to the AS Finas. So these two are going to be my agent phone and this is going to be my client. I'm going to log in as fcon, password Cisco, extension 4002. Going to try to streamline as much as possible. Let's try to connect, sign in, and as you can see, Faisal Khan has signed in. Alright, try to cover as much as screen as possible. So at this stage, if I'm going to run new call, dial 2700.
Your call cannot be completed.
My mistake. Okay, thank you for calling.
Your 5-digit zip code.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All of our agents are taking care of other customers.
As you can
Please
see right now, agent is not available.
Agent will be with you shortly.
It's gonna play the music. Alright, so now I'm gonna Okay, I'm gonna log in as an agent. I'm gonna go to ready mode. And as soon as I go to ready mode, I am ready to answer the call on the Finas. Okay, so as you can see, the call is being answered in the Finas server. I'm sorry, I'm currently recording this from Dubai, where my servers are located in Toronto, Canada. So speed is not the best, so I do apologize for that. I'm going to do another quick test right now, but this time I'm going to be in a ready mode.
Thank you for calling Cisco Systems.
Press 1, 2, 3, 4. As soon as I do that, the call comes to my Finas right away because I was ready to answer the call. Okay, so now going back to script, you can see a little bit of details. So as the call successfully goes from one node to second node, you can see the number increases. So this is called the monitor script mode. And then as it continues throughout until you can kind of follow through where the call is going. When the agent was available, the call went from select to this agent, but when it's not available, it goes from the select to the queue to the agent busy, to the music on hold. And at that moment, I believe we just simply went to ready mode, and then the call was able to reconnect back to the agent. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So I'm going to show you one quick error message just to give you an idea as to what happened if there is an error.
Thank you for calling Cisco Systems.
I'm going to just enter
Please
one.
enter your call cannot be completed.
It says your call cannot be completed as dialed. So what happened is I actually dialed an incorrect number. I mean, the system is expecting 4 digit, but I accidentally entered 1 digit. So we're gonna see what happened. As it says get digit string right here, that's where it says please enter your zip code. And at that moment I enter 12345. Instead of that, I just enter 1. Because this was not successful, the script went directly to end, and as you can see there's a number increased right here, 1. So that shows you that that's where the script kind of died or stopped or didn't work, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so that's pretty much it about how to run a full-blown script. Like I said, there will be more scriptings available in our scripting guide and also the duplex edition. I hope you enjoyed it and you were able to deploy your own contact center enterprise from ground up. And if you did like it, please do let us know at support@voicebootcamp.com. Join us on our Facebook and as well as many other social sites that we're on. Thank you and have a nice day.